Have you ever wondered what Fright Fest is and if it's worth it to go? Well, hopefully this Fright Fest for Six Flags Over Georgia guide and review will help you decide. Hi, I'm Kate from Vacane One Day, and I'm here at Six Flags Over Georgia for their premier Halloween event, Fright Fest. This event runs from September 16th through October 31st on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The house is open around 6:30 p.m. and the event ends either at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. depending on the day you go. So check the website before coming to know the hours for your day. This event is recommended for guests ages 13 and older, as this event is scary in nature and may contain strobes, latex, fog, loud noises, and other effects. The way Fright Fest works is that this event is not a separate ticket. Anyone that has access to Six Flags Over Georgia, either through a single day ticket or an annual pass, can enter Fright Fest. This gives you access to themed food, the shows, and the scare zones. To get access to the houses, you must buy a Haunted Attractions Pass, which is solely for entering the houses. If you don't want to go into a house, you don't need to purchase this. Your annual pass does not grant access to the houses, just this ticket. There are 3 ticket options for the Haunted Attractions Pass. The Haunted Attractions Pass, which is for one night access to the 5 houses, the Express Haunted Attractions Pass, which is a faster line for the 5 houses for one night, and the third is the Seasons Haunted Attractions Pass, which is the first pass but for the entire season of Fright Fest. Prices vary based on the day you are going, but generally the one-time haunted house ticket is $35, Express is $50, and the season pass is $99. At the entrance of the park, you would show one of 3 tickets, either 1, your annual pass, 2, your day ticket for that day, or 3, you purchased a combo ticket which gives you access to the park and the Haunted Attractions Pass. If you are not going to the park in the morning and don't have an annual pass, you should buy the combo ticket. There's a combo ticket for General and Express. Prices for the combo ticket also varies, but it's around $70 for the General Haunted Attractions Pass and $85 for Express. Once you've entered the park, to the right of the main fountain is a booth to exchange your Haunted Attractions Pass for a wristband that will show the attendant at each house that you've purchased the pass. This line can get very long. I got in line around 5:30 p.m. and didn't get my wristband until about 6. There's another wristband booth in front of the Saw 10 maze that had a slightly shorter wait. They have 5 houses this year, and this is where the event totally shines but also struggles. Each house only lets in 5 to 10 people at a time, known as pulsing, versus bigger haunts that will actually do more of a conga line. The benefit of pulsing is that there's only a limited amount of people in the house at once, and it makes the experience more personal. The scare actors will target individual people and follow them, making it scary and effective. However, this really hinders throughput. Standard waits for the houses hovered around an hour all night, and the Express hovered around 30 minutes. They also don't post the wait times in the app, around the park, or even in front of the house, so you go into the line totally blind, which makes it really hard to plan out your night and strategize. I was able to go into all 5 houses, and all of them were fantastic and exceeded my expectations. But in 5th place, located near Daredevil Dive, is the Saw 10 maze, which is very surprising. Do you want to play a game? Experience the return of Jigsaw as you attempt to survive his ingenious and terrifying traps in the untold chapter of his most personal game yet, inspired by the upcoming release from Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures, Saw 10. This set design was top-notch, and you could really tell it's based on the IP due to the scale of sets and immersion. Unfortunately, the sets are the best part of the house, as there were very few scare actors and no jump scares at all. I wish instead of just going scene by scene of the movie, you were actually going into a Saw game yourself and racing to make it out alive. It felt passive, where the other houses felt active, if that makes sense. In 4th place, located near Goliath, is Aesthetic. You're gonna like the way you look. This house was incredibly loud, where the actors bang against walls right next to you for jump scares. It's also extremely dark in this house, so I would wait to do this one once the sun goes down and your eyes have adjusted, or else you won't be able to see that much in the house. That took a little bit away from me, since I did miss a lot of the scenes because I just couldn't see. That said, the scare actors in this house are fantastic. They twist their bodies and they move them in very impressive ways and are aggressive about getting in your face. I also loved the first scene of the house where you enter a doctor's waiting room. It really sets the stage. In third place, located near Thunder River, is Serial Neighbor. The Jordan family homemade haunted house is open for Halloween and guests are just dying to get in. This is definitely the gory house, and I really liked the story and set design of this one, as they take you through the different parts of the house where they murder people. A few great jump scares mixed with the scary set designs, and it makes a very great house overall. And in second place, located near Pandemonium, is Nyctophobia. Are you afraid of the dark? One way in, one way out. Try not to get lost in a labyrinth of darkness. This house is truly fantastic and effective. There is one flashlight that is given to each group that only goes on for parts of the house and shuts off on its own for others. When it goes off, it is completely dark in the house and it makes it very hard to find the right path forward towards the exit. You can easily get lost. What I love about the flashlight is that when it does go on, it goes on at the perfect time where a scare actor will be standing in front of the group, which is a very effective and creative scare. And in first place, located near Goliath, is Carnival of Chaos, where our guests are dying to have a good time. This was the scariest house for me, and that's because they have you going through stuff that is hanging and in your face and blocking your view so scare actors can hide behind them and have effective scares. The sets were very fun and the costumes were fantastic. Warning though, for those that get claustrophobic, I would avoid this house as there is a section where you are trapped between two big black blow-ups that you have to squeeze your way through, which is very effective of actually feeling like you are truly entrapped. There are 6 scare zones this year, and a scare zone is really a section of the path in the park that has a specific spooky theme with decorations, lighting, and a few scare actors that help bring the story to life. It is still a walkway though, so don't expect tons of jump scares or actors around the way you would for a haunted house. So as you enter the park and turn left towards Daredevil Dive, you will encounter the first scare zone, Insectuous, which is an illicit lab has spawned interbred insects that will make your skin crawl. The next one is Cannibal Cookout, which is also near Daredevil Dive. Come on by and learn our special barbecue recipe. Hint, it's all about the meat. In the Gotham area of the park is Freak Show, Clowns, Clowns, and More Clowns, the Circus of Fun, enter if you dare. And then as you keep going towards Goliath, you'll see the 4th scare zone, Roswell, Georgia, where all information is classified for unauthorized personnel. And by the train is the 5th, Reaper's Curse, where the whole land has a spell cast on it, unleashing dead warriors from various realms. But be careful, for these creatures don't feed on brains, they feed on your souls. And then on the way towards the 2 back houses is the final zone, Trolls. Dare to enter the Trolls' bridges. Danger lies around every corner. In terms of food, you can bring your own in and water into the park. We brought in a few plastic bags with snacks and a fully unopened bottle of water. They also have themed food this year and spooky themed drinks located in a few parts of the park, but they can be hard to find and the majority of booths do not sell alcohol. All the major rides are open during the event as well, and the wait times remained high throughout the night. I saw times exceed an hour for the most popular rides like Goliath and Twisted Cyclone. If you're interested in doing the rides, I would actually recommend purchasing a day ticket and going before Fright Fest so that you have time to do all the houses and scare zones during the event. They also have a variety of shows and entertainment for you throughout the night. I got to see the Uprising, which is their version of an opening ceremony, the Transylvanian Orchestra, which is a rock show and also my favorite of the bunch, located by Daredevil Dive. Fright's Dead Man's Party, which is a singing and dancing show. I unfortunately never saw the train running for the disco train, and it seems like this will always be my unicorn every year. In terms of the event overall, I would say the things that need improving are the operations throughout the event. For example, drink carts took 25 minutes to get a drink, the wristband line took 30 minutes to just get the wristband for the haunted houses, where I could have easily just showed my haunted house mobile ticket to the attendant at the front of each house versus having to have the wristband. And of course, the time waiting for the haunted house, each being around an hour long. I also think having music and lighting around the queue while you wait could really improve the experience, since the wait times are very long and there's just nothing to see or do while waiting. I also think informing people of the estimated wait times to better plan out the night and know how to prioritize things more effectively. I would also say the scare zones are probably the weakest part of the event, as each zone only has at most 4 to 5 actors, and some really had just maybe 1 or 2. It was hard to tell sometimes if you were even in a zone or just in a part of the park where there's spooky decorations. The best things about the event is that it's affordable, especially if you're an annual pass holder, as the haunted house ticket is less than $50. The haunted houses continue to get better every year with their set design, costume design, and creativity of scares. And lastly, the shows. They provide a great break from getting scared, and they are very talented singers. Overall, I do think Six Flags Over Georgia's Fright Fest is a great local haunt, and one that I hope continues to get better and better each year. Well, I've been Kate from Vacane One Day. Thank you so much for following along. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this review, and if you've been to Six Flags Over Georgia's Fright Fest, let me know what your thoughts are on the event. Thanks again. Bye!